Welcome to John Cena's final opponent tournament. We are jumping straight into it. No wasting time. We are here in Orlando, Florida, the Performance Center. We have expanded some of our seats. We've moved some things around in order to be able to fit a couple more people within this facility because of what's taking place. We are going to be finding out who John Cena and his final opponents will be within the next couple of weeks. This first match is going to be incredible. AJ Styles, the current TNA World Heavyweight Champion, facing off against Nick Nemeth, one half of the Nemeths. Recently joined Monday Night Raw. And here tonight we are jumping straight into it. Of course, I believe these guys have past history together. Let's go ahead and see how many times AJ Styles and Nick Nemeth, I guess I should search of Dolph Ziggler, have faced each other. As this match begins, it's going to be interesting. This is, win or go home. So, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, they've had a lot of matches here within the WWE, whether it was on SmackDown throughout 2017, 2018. They've had great ones-on-ones. The most notable, according to my database, is June 6, 2017, where Styles was able to defeat Ziggler. May 30th as well. March 16th, they also ended once in an 0 contest. They've competed in Fatal 5-Ways together, and so they have their history together. So this is going to be an interesting match because these guys are also former rivals of John Cena. And that would be incredible to be able to see John Cena's final opponent be a memory from the past, right? That would be very nice for John Cena, as AJ Styles with a frog splash looking for the pinfall 1-2. Now, I'm surprised AJ Styles is coming out here alone. I say that because he has, I would say recently, but not too recently, he has aligned himself with Omos. They seem to be a tag team, but they also have a bit of singles action, as we saw Omos in the Intercontinental Championship Gauntlet. So it's kind of like they're helping out each other out in any way, shape, or form, whether they can get some gold through the tag team, singles action, whatever the case may be. They're just willing to help each other and maybe cheat a little bit along the way in order to be able to go ahead and win gold. Of course, as I previously mentioned, AJ Styles is the current TNA World Heavyweight Champion, was able to beat Joe Hendry, who is now officially part of the WWE roster, but back when he was still part of TNA, was able to beat him for the World Heavyweight Championship, the TNA one, and was able to become a 3-time TNA World Champion, 5-time, adding WWE, I believe. So that was very nice for AJ Styles to be able to do so. I spoke to the GMs about this because we do have some champions in this tournament. I talked to them about, if the champions get beat, does the opponents go ahead and receive a title match? And it is no. This is like a official match, yes. So, if you want to get all statistical into the records and whatnot, it counts. But it's not a great placeholder match because, it's towards the end of the week, right? These superstars have to go through whenever their show may be, whether that's Monday Night Raw, NXT, Evolve, SmackDown. Some of them had to go through Survivor Series yesterday, and now they have to jump into this. All right, so it's difficult on the body to be able to perform at their best with this type of schedule, especially because then think about it. For example, both AJ Styles and Nemeth have to go back up tomorrow on Monday Night Raw as Nick Nemeth looking for the pinfall 1-2, a kick out at 2. So thanks to the scheduling, champions, if they lose, they are kind of safe. But let's just give you an example. Let's say Nick Nemeth wins here tonight. Then he can go ahead and request another match within Monday Night Raw If he beats him there, then he can go ahead and say that he deserves or has earned himself a championship opportunity. But one simple match here will not be forcing any sort of championship matches for any of the champions. But maybe a loss to the champion can go ahead and lead to a different match, which then leads to a championship match. So kind of yes and no, but let's just go ahead and enjoy the show. We have some incredible matches. 8 matches here tonight. Next week, we'll then have 4 matches, then 2, then 1. And then we'll go ahead and find out who the final opponent will be, as AJ Styles may be looking for the finish. Nick Nemeth may be out. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. AJ Styles will be moving on to the next round. And that means that Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, has officially been eliminated of the John Cena Last Time Is Now Final Opponent Tournament. AJ Styles moves on, and while we haven't found out his opponent just yet, it will be between Uncle Howdy and The Miz. And talking about Uncle Howdy and The Miz, it is time for that match right here, right now. All 8 matches. This would be the round of 16 in John Cena's Final Opponent Tournament. We have Uncle Howdy versus The Miz. The winner already knows who their opponent will be. AJ Styles, while he just finished his match, he surely is watching this. He wants to know who his next opponent will be. And it is going to be between Uncle Howdy or The Miz. Of course, already Uncle Howdy has the numbers game. Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis in his corner. Nikki Cross somewhere out there as well. Not sure where she went. So The Miz is already at a bit of a disadvantage. We know the talent and skill that Uncle Howdy carries already without the help of the Wyatt Six. He surely could have been able to beat the WWE Champion John Cena. Former WWE Champion John Cena at Saturday Night's Main Event, I believe it was. He showed mercy, but I think that just shows that Uncle Howdy has the capability of being a world champion, which is actually incredible. As we know, underneath that mask is Bo Dallas. A broken Bo Dallas, but nevertheless still there. I believe former NXT champion. He's done his things around WWE, maybe tag team championship. I don't remember exactly, but the point is, he has leveled up, and he is definitely at the level of world championship contenders. As The Miz trying to fly off the top ropes. Big splash, looking for the pinfall. 1, 2, and a kick out from Uncle Howdy. So yes, Uncle Howdy both has the help already of Lil Wyatt Six, and his skills are there. The Miz, I would say towards the end of his career, definitely. He's a lot on the older side. He's had his moments. He's the first ever Grand Slam champion, if I'm correct. He's a 2-time world champion, multiple-time Intercontinental Tag Team and United States champion. A lot of people, really underestimate The Miz. They really unappreciate everything he's done within his career. But it has been an incredible career. If you just look at the resume without showing any names, you would say, yeah, that's a pretty good wrestler. But then you see The Miz, and I don't know why people start hating. Sure, his persona may not be as serious as others like Randy Orton, like Damian Priest and whatnot, but that's what makes him special. That's what made him champion, right? So we got to understand there's got to be all these different aspects, all these different quote-unquote characters within the WWE to be able to have your good moments for your top heroes, your bad moments, and the underdog surprises, right? So don't underestimate him at the moment, though. Uncle Howdy may be able to get the victory. A quick roll-up right there. A kick out at 1. Uncle Howdy not yet finished, as now almost suffocating The Miz right there. Uncle Howdy doing some enormous damage. And now he's charging up, looking for a big elbow straight to the face of The Miz. And he is not done. Uncle Howdy now with a boot, or at least he tried to, as he is countered by The Miz. And now, The Miz is in control. Swoop DDT. The Miz, awesome, has hit it. 1, 2, Uncle Howdy still able to go ahead and kick out. And now Uncle Howdy fighting back. He has a second wind inside of him. We thought he was almost out, but he is still in this. Uncle Howdy with a big slam down to The Miz. A pinfall, but a kick out at 1. Gonna have to do a lot more damage onto The Miz if he wants to go ahead and win this match. While it is The Miz who is taking the damage right now, I still think he has the advantage. Uncle Howdy seems exhausted. He seems weak. I think he came into this match a little unprepared in the sense that he thought it was going to be a bit of an easier match, but he's having to spend a little bit more energy than he anticipated, than he was, expecting. As Uncle Howdy here with some big stomps now. What is he looking to do? Uh-oh. Watch out for the face. 1, 2. 2 big, enormous hits. Face first onto the mat for The Miz, and also taking a hit from behind the back. And now, Miz able to counter. And now we have some back and forth action. Uncle Howdy almost able to put the match away, but The Miz able to go ahead and counter. And as I said, now some back and forth. Who will be able to come on top out of this back and forth and out of this match? Move on to the next round to face the phenomenal AJ Styles. Will it be Uncle Howdy or The Miz? As both men keep going at it. Uncle Howdy looks to be in control, and these two are just gonna go at it. The Miz showing, visions of The Miz we have not seen in quite a while. But I think that's what happens when it's a tournament of this big. Everyone wants to be able to say that they were John Cena's final opponent. Uncle Howdy may have just knocked the lights out of The Miz. The Miz is still fighting. The Miz is still in this. As now The Miz is going to look for the submission hold. Can he make Uncle Howdy tap? Is this going to be the victory for The Miz in order to be able to move on to the next round? Uncle Howdy is fighting. He is fighting, and he has fought it. Uncle Howdy able to counter, able to escape the hold. And this match continues. Both men are very weak. A very dangerous position for both men. Uncle Howdy dancing with The Miz. And things may be over for The Miz. Sister Abigail has been hit. And The Miz may be out. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. The Miz has been defeated. Uncle Howdy has gotten the victory. And in the next round, the quarterfinals, we have one match confirmed. That will be Uncle Howdy against AJ Styles. Congratulations to those two for moving on to the next round. And next up, we continue moving forward again. We will be showing all 8 matches of the round of 16 here tonight. Next week, showing the quarterfinals, semis, finals, and then in December, we have our final Saturday night's main event of the year, where we will have John Cena versus his final opponent. Now this match is quite interesting too. Former friends, now foes. Rusev versus Sheamus. But there's a bit of a little clause in here. Rusev is so confident he'll move on to the next round. He has claimed, if I lose, I believe it was, I will retire. So not even leave the WWE, he will retire. Sheamus didn't ask for this. Again, Rusev was just so confident that he would win that he set this up for himself. And maybe this was why he was so confident, because he's going to go ahead and attack Sheamus before the match even starts. These two have been not too fond of each other for the last couple of weeks, and the fact that they were also put together for this tournament. It was randomly drawn. It's quite hilarious because these two are about to create a mess here in this match as Rusev attacking Sheamus, getting a little bit of damage done, throwing him into the ring. Not fully, breaking him down outside of the ring, so a little bit of respect there from Rusev, because I think he could have done some more damage before the match officially started, but nevertheless, that is enough to slowly start beating down on your opponent, both physically and mentally, as a missile drop kick, as Sheamus is taking some big damage. Rusev with some big boots. And now looking for the headbutts, is able to make that contact. Sheamus in pain. And Rusev maybe looking to put an end to this match nice and early. Maybe able to get it done. Rusev is going to look for that submission hold. Has put so many people away with that. Is he going to be able to put Sheamus away? No, Sheamus quickly escaping. Of course, as I previously mentioned, these two have been friends in the past. They've been enemies, and as they are now enemies, which means they know each other quite well. They know each other's moves. They know each other's counters and whatnot. So it is still going to be tricky for either of them to be able to get a win here tonight. Of course, Rusev having that advantage of having attacked Sheamus during his entrance before the match started, but as we see, Sheamus is still able to keep up, still able to fight as he slams down Rusev with a powerbomb into the pinfall. Kick out before one from Rusev, and Sheamus now a little bit of disappointment right there in the face of Sheamus. Thought he had done a little bit more damage, but I guess not. Sheamus with some big right fists and double axe handle, a side double axe handle. Not sure what type of move you would call that, but it looked like a double axe handle to me. Just swung to the side like a hook. As Rusev now off of the top ropes, looking to fly, big contact made. As Sheamus is in pain, slowly getting up, but Rusev is hyped up. He is ready. He wants to go ahead and put an end to this match. Picking up Sheamus, slamming him down. Is this enough? 1, 2, 3. And Rusev has done it, attacking Sheamus, not having to do much inside of the ring, and that man took full advantage of that attack. He will not be retiring just yet. And Rusev moves on. And then the next match, we find out his opponent, and this is a match I am very excited for. Let's go ahead and see who these two guys are. The first one, the ruler, Oba Femi, has recently returned. He is set to have a championship match in order to try to regain his championship next week at Halloween Havoc against the current champion, Javon Evans. And here tonight, he is in John Cena's final opponent tournament against this guy, former world champion Damian Priest. What a match this is. Oba Femi versus Damian Priest, going at it, trying to see who moves on to the next round. Winner of this will go ahead and face Rusev. Will it be the ruler Oba Femi or Damian Priest? This match begins, and I am very excited for this match. Two freaking giants, two powerhouses who will come out on top while they were jumping straight into some back and forth action as Oba Femi takes a hit. Damian Priest returns. Oba Femi with a little bit of cockiness, allowing Damian Priest to get a second hit. Oba Femi blocking Damian's hit, now returning a big hit. These men know exactly what type of match this is going to be. A brutal, intense, yet incredible match for the fans as both men better go out at it. Oba Femi and Damian Priest. It is crazy to think that Oba Femi is still only in NXT. I cannot wait till this man gets called up to the main roster because his talent, his skills are incredible. I mean, he has learned so much from NXT. I think his time to move up is now. as Damian Priest taking control of Obafemi, grabbing him. What is he looking to do? Looking to pick him up, looking to drop him straight onto the turnbuckle face first, as Damian Priest now climbing the middle ropes. He's going to look to fly. Big splash onto the body of Obafemi, as now the former world champion looks for the pinfall and a kick out at 1. What a big opportunity it is for the likes of Obafemi, of Javon Evans, heck, even the likes of Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Trick Williams. All these younger guys have big opportunities in front of them because they are able to beat people like Damian Priest, former world champions, people like Gunther. You know, if they are able to get these victories, those are huge names under their belts. Damian Priest may be put away here after a fall from grace, but Damian Priest able to kick out. Obafemi quickly showing his power, quickly able to show exactly what he's made out of. Now Damian Priest looking to return the damage. Damian Priest is going to have to crawl in order to look for the pinfall. Lots of damage taken, lots of damage done. Is this enough to put the ruler Obafemi away? No, it is not. Obafemi able to kick out, and now able to fight back away from Damian Priest. Both men have thrown enormous damage on top of each other, and both men still have so much energy left in the tank, still so much more to give and so much more to take, as now Obafemi is charging a big smack, big boots, and Obafemi with an uppercut, dropping Damian Priest. As now Obafemi off of the middle ropes. He's going to look to fly. This is a dangerous position for Damian Priest, as a shoulder check of sorts dropping Damian Priest, who is still able to counter right here. Now Damian Priest grabs Obafemi, throws him over the top ropes, and now this match is going to be taken outside of the ring. Big body drop, a cannonball onto Obafemi, and oh, look at Damian Priest. He wants to go ahead and remove and clear the announcer's table. He is quickly countered by Obafemi, not able to complete that task, as now Obafemi sends Damian Priest back inside of the ring. Obafemi seems to be in control at the moment, maybe not for long. Big clothesline, and now some big boots onto the stomach and lower body of Obafemi, as Damian Priest is charged up. Who's gonna look for the finish here in order to put Obafemi, the ruler, away? Maybe not. Obafemi able to counter, and now Obafemi, a huge show of strength. Oh my days, throwing Damian Priest like he's a freaking cruiserweight. Look at the power on the Obafemi headbutt. That is gonna hurt, because I heard the connection all the way through here, through my earpiece, through my headset, and through all the crazy fans who are enjoying this matchup. As Damian Priest now able to switch things around once again, taking this fight to the outside of the ring. Another cannonball, as Obafemi has been very fond of keeping the match inside of the ring. You think Damian Priest looking for a little bit more brutality to be done on the outside of the ring. Uh-oh. Damian Priest with a choke slam onto Obafemi. And Obafemi may be in trouble, as Damian Priest is not finished. A second choke slam straight onto the floor. And Obafemi somehow, still slowly, but still somehow getting up. The referee's count got to 6. Both men entered the ring, and somehow Obafemi is fighting back after taking 2 huge choke slams, and now Obafemi looking for the submission. Is he going to be able to make Damian Priest tap? Not yet, as Damian Priest using some big elbows onto the shoulder and head of Obafemi in order to be able to escape a big right fist, a big kick, as Damian Priest is fighting to try to take control once again, but somehow, even after all the damage taken, Obafemi is very well still in this match. He's going to look to climb the top ropes. A dangerous position for Damian Priest, a huge elbow drop. Obafemi is going to look for the pinfall. 1, 2, a kick out at 2 by Damian Priest. as Obafemi not done doing some damage onto the left arm of Damian Priest, and now he's going to charge up. What is Obafemi going to look to do? A second fall from grace. Is Damian Priest out? 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Look at the frustration on Obafemi, knowing he should have won, but you are messing with a former world champion. You're going to have to do a little more if you want to win this match, and Obafemi looks to be willing to do that, dropping Damian Priest. And he's going to look now for a third fall from grace, dropping Damian Priest again, and he may be out. Obafemi to move on to the next round. And Damian Priest able to kick out again. Able to kick out at 2. The former world champion is very well still in this match. Now it is time for Damian Priest to be in control, to get on the attack, and to return some of the damage done to him, and return that damage onto Obafemi. Obafemi able to escape right there, and now Obafemi picking up Damian Priest. A suplex of sorts, a modified suplex, sends Damian Priest flying, as now Damian Priest is going to be picked up and swept back into the ring by Obafemi. The Ruler is charging up. He wants to do something big here. Big kicks, big fists. Damian Priest is trying to fight back, not able to do so, as now Obafemi slamming down Damian Priest straight onto the mat. Damian Priest able to swoop. Obafemi able to counter right there now. Damian Priest, a big opportunity here off the middle ropes with a big splash. And Damian Priest is going to look for his third choke slam. No. Obafemi is able to counter. Obafemi able to counter the choke slam now. Wants to put Damian Priest away. 1, and kick out at 1. Obafemi going to have to do more as Damian Priest is able to counter. Now looking for the choke slam. A third choke slam. Obafemi. And no, what? Obafemi is still in this. He has just countered Damian Priest. And now going to look for his 4th fall from grace. There it is. There is no way Damian Priest kicks out of this. 1, 2, 3, and what a huge victory for Obafemi. What a great match for both guys. An absolute instant classic. But Obafemi moves on to the next round, where he will face off against Rusev. And I'm not trying to belittle Rusev, but after taking down someone like Damian Priest, you are coming in with so much confidence onto your next round. What a match by both men, but it is a Ruler Obafemi who will move on to the next round. That is to show the exact level and skill and power that Obafemi possesses and carries with him. Next match, we have Braun Strowman, the SOB, versus the Viper, Randy Orton. Now, this is the guy that I'm talking about. He's already been in Survivor Series War Games. He's already taken a big whooping, right? It is going to be tricky to come into this match. As great as Randy is, after such an incredible and, very destructive match that is War Games, it is difficult to come in here and try to fight at 100%. But if anyone can get it done, it is Randy Orton. We are now on the right side of the bracket, as next week's matchups have already been confirmed. For the left side, it will be Uncle Howdy versus AJ Styles, Obafemi versus Rusev. And now we jump into the other side. We start with Randy Orton versus Braun Strowman. The winner of this match will go ahead and face off against the winner of Trick Williams and Dirty Dom. We will also see Joe Henry versus Rey Mysterio, where the winner of that match will go ahead and face the winner of Javon Evans and the Ring General Gunther. So, still more to come. We are only just getting started. Sure, we have already had 1, 2, 3, 4, this being our 5th match, but even after this, we got 3 more to go. As of course, we're showing all 8 matches here tonight to the round of 16. Next week, the quarterfinals and the semis, then the final, and then the final Saturday night's main events of of the year. We'll be able to see whoever wins this tournament face off against John Cena. And that will go ahead and be John Cena's final match, not only in the WWE, but in wrestling as a whole, as he will be retiring. As we now go ahead and turn our focus onto this match, it is going to be hard to go ahead and replicate what happened in the last match between Obafemi and Damian Priest. What a match that was. I would not be surprised if that's a future WrestleMania main event. I mean, just Obafemi alone, I would not be surprised if he main events WrestleMania for the next 25 years, because that man is that incredible. We saw the talent he has, the commitment, the discipline, the motivation, the dedication, the absolute everything. No water, no rice, just meat. That man is quite incredible. Holy glaze, but I mean, we saw it. We saw exactly what he's capable of. It is going to be hard to go ahead and beat that. I believe that is going to be the match of the night here tonight, but we'll see it. Randy Orton off of the top ropes with a big crossbody. Going to look for the pinfall. Is this enough in order to be able to put Braun Strowman away? No, not enough. Randy Orton, the Viper, going to go ahead and have to do a little bit more onto Braun Strowman before he's able to put him down for the 3 count, as he looks to do some big damage right there onto the left arm and left hand of Braun Strowman. And now looking to target the legs here, specifically the right leg of Braun Strowman. Randy Orton, and as great as Braun Strowman is, former world champion as well, I think Randy Orton is a big favorite to win this whole tournament. And if I had to really put money on one of these guys, I would leave it to 4 people. AJ Styles, Gunther, Randy Orton, and I think Obafemi. After what I saw here today, Obafemi is Braun Strowman. They'll try to shut me down, but Randy Orton able to keep my my guess alive by kicking out at 2. But I think Braun Strowman heard me. He wants to go ahead and did he just do the Uncle Howdy little? Maybe a little gesture, a little, I don't know, thank you, something to the Wyatt family and the Wyatt Six, of course, formerly known as the Black Sheep. That's how Braun Strowman started here in the WWE. Maybe Uncle Howdy decides he wants to bring him back, and then he can go ahead and help out the Wyatt Six. I mean, they've already added Shinsuke Nakamura. Would not be surprised if they want to add some more meat onto the Wyatt Six. So maybe he's showing us a little glimpse right there as Randy Orton may be able to put Braun Strowman away too. Able to kick out at 2. That was a little dangerous. Braun Strowman having to kick out almost at the very last second. And now things are looking dangerous because Randy can go ahead and hit an RKO right here. And he does. Can Braun Strowman kick out of this? 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton moving on to the next round, where his opponent is either going to be Mr. Trick Williams, Lemon Pepper Stepas, or Dirty Dominic Mysterio. But for now, Randy Orton has made it on to the quarterfinals of the John Cena Final Opponent Tournament. Congratulations to the Viper, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton is on to the next round. And up next, the great matches continue. As let's see who's up next. We got Joe Henry versus Rey Mysterio. The winner of this match will have to face the winner of Javon Evans, the current NXT champion, or Gunther, the ring general, former world champion. So that is going to be an interesting matchup. But what is going to be an interesting matchup right here, right now, is Joe Henry versus Rey Mysterio, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, set to defend their titles this Friday on SmackDown. Now, Rey Mysterio, I gotta say, I don't think he's ever faced Joe Henry. Well, I guess it goes both ways. These men, I don't believe, have faced each other. Definitely not within the WWE. So this is going to be an exciting match. Both men are coming kind of in here blindsided, not really knowing what either of their opponents is able or are capable of, that is going to make things interesting. I think Joe Henry has a slight advantage because of the fact Rey Mysterio is so big, so well known. I think he's seen a couple Rey Mysterio matches. On the other hand, Joe Henry, not saying he's not big, but the chances of a Rey Mysterio seeing a Joe Henry match are a lot lower. So, I mean, I guess that also gives Rey Mysterio a little bit of, oh, he almost beat Joe Henry right there. So I was about to say, Rey Mysterio may also have the advantage. I mean, you got to talk about all the different aspects. Of course, Joe Henry a little less known means Rey Mysterio probably has less to work with when it comes to watching film. Joe Henry has a little bit more. The other thing is, Rey Mysterio is the bigger guy, former world champion, multiple-time Intercontinental United States Tag Team Champion, has had more experience. That can go ahead and help him as well. Which means, while Joe Henry may be unique, Rey Mysterio has versed hundreds, almost maybe even close to thousands of opponents throughout the indies, throughout different promotions within WWF, WWE, etc. WCW, wherever the hell he's been, he has faced so many people, so many greats. While Joe Henry is unique, I would not come to a surprise if Rey Mysterio is just able to do what he's doing right now. Just freaking work him as Joe Henry able to kick out at 2 once again, but Rey Mysterio has not even allowed Joe Henry to do anything. Big clothesline sending Joe Henry over the ropes, and now, Joe Henry may quickly be out. Has not been able to even touch Rey Mysterio. As Rey Mysterio would, it would be a huge honor for him to go ahead and face off against John Cena to be his final opponent. They also have their history a lot like AJ Styles and Nick Nemeth, as things may be over for Joe Henry very quickly. A 619. And now I'm going to look to put the cherry on top. That is it. Rey Mysterio will move on to the next round, and he will either be facing the winner of Javon Evans or the ring general Gunther. Get ahead and find out, as I believe that is going to be, I guess, what you could call the main event. I would just call it the last match of the night. But technically, sort of, not really a main event. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio as he moves on to the next round. And up next, we have another Mysterio. Dirty Dominic Mysterio trying to move on to the next round here tonight. He faces off against the new AAA Cruiserweight Champion, Trick Williams. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, accompanied by Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, JD McDonough, of course, Carlito, sent out by Finn Balor. Finn Balor left the Judgment Day, and he is currently seeking a bit of a fight with Sami Zayn and kind of in that World Heavyweight Championship contention. As Dirty Dominic Mysterio, after losing his Intercontinental Championship, has struggled, and if there was any chance of him trying to recover, trying to find some gold, he could do it through Trick Williams. Beats him here tonight, then calls him out on Raw, beats him again, earns himself a title match, beats him again, can become champion. The possibilities of Trick being beat 3 times in a row is, I would say, nearly impossible, but, cheating Dirty Dominic Mysterio, el sucio de los sucios, well, with his trickery, he can surely get it done. But that is our next match. Trick Willie, Lemon Pepper Steppers, whoop that trick. The AAA Cruiserweight Champion facing off against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Both of these guys, former North American NXT North American champions. And now here tonight, are going to go on face-to-face. I don't know if you guys have previously faced each other. Let's go ahead and take a look. Has Trick Williams ever faced off against Dirty Tom? So they have faced off. No, they feuded for the North American Championship. Trick Williams was able to defeat Dirty Dominic Mysterio at NXT No Mercy on September 30th, 2023 in order to win the championship. Oh. And then, Dirty Dominic Mysterio regained the North American Championship from Trick Willie. So these guys got their history. I didn't even know that for real. My apologies for my lack of knowledge. So these guys ain't nobodies. They seriously want to beat the crap out of each other. So I would not be surprised that if Dirty Dominic Mysterio was to win here tonight, he then calls out Trick Willie and then tries to search for a match. Maybe he would wait till after this whole tournament is done, just in case if he somehow makes it to the, later rounds. But nevertheless, I guess that opens up a big possibility. Could be. As Trick Willie, of course, a champion, he can definitely, has proven he can both lose and beat Dirty Dominic Mysterio, but he lost because of the interruptions of the Judgment Day. While the Judgment Day looked a lot different back then in 2023 than it is now, their theme and their identity stays the same. Cheating their ways to title. You got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, JD McDonough all ready to go ahead and get involved in order to try to secure the victory here tonight for Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So Trick Williams is at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to that. Well, because he doesn't have the numbers game, as we see it right here. JD McDonough distracting Trick Williams. This is allowing now Dirty Dominic Mysterio to be able to get on the attack as Dirty Dom sends Trick Williams straight into the referee. Not sure if that was on purpose or not. Now, Dirty Dominic Mysterio being able to be on the attack, all thanks to the help of JD McDonough. As now he's going to go ahead and look for Los Tres Amigos. That is two. Looking to get the third, and there it is. Big damage being done onto Trick Williams. Now off the middle ropes. Big splash looking for the pinfall. Is this enough to beat Trick Williams? 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. As of course, still to come later this week, you got the regular Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night NXT, Wednesday Night Evolve, Friday Night SmackDown, but then we have Halloween Havoc, and the tournament. The last time is now. John Cena final opponent tournament continues as the quarterfinals will go ahead and begin next week. We started with 8 matches, moving on to 4, then 2, then 1, and then John Cena's final match. As Trick Williams does not seem to be too happy with the Judgment Day as Liv Morgan laid her full fists on top of Trick Williams as Dirty Dominic Mysterio is looking for the pinfall. Referee's distracted, fixing the turning off of the turnbuckle. Fixing the padding off of the turnbuckle. Dirty Dominic Mysterio could have won the match right there. Liv Morgan has been ejected. I would go ahead and add JD McDonough to that list too, but I guess not, as Trick Williams not happy with him. Sends him inside of the ring. Trick Willie may be looking to go for a 2v1 here. I'm sure he wouldn't mind doing any of that, as a distraction does allow Dirty Dominic Mysterio to continue his attack onto Trick Williams, at least for a bit. If Trick Williams continues to focus on JD McDonough, things are going to get a lot easier here for Dirty Dominic Mysterio. He's getting time to recover right now as Trick Williams just wants to do damage onto JD McDonough. This is allowing Dirty Dominic Mysterio to stay on the attack, as now Dirty Dom charging up. He wants to do some big damage here. Flying off of the top ropes drop. Missile drop kick, as now once again Trick Willie being so distracted and so focused onto JD McDonough is allowing Dirty Dominic Mysterio to be able to get on the attack, as Dirty Dom now missing. Damage done right there onto his own buttocks, whatever you call it now. Trick Willie may have the opportunity to go ahead and put this match to end, but no, he is still focused on JD McDonough as he flies off of the top ropes, looking to do some damage onto him, and now hops back inside of the ring. Now able to still get on the attack and do some damage onto Dirty Dominic Mysterio, hit with a clothesline. Sent over the top ropes. Once again, a big clothesline to JD McDonough off of the top turnbuckle. Now this is what you get with Trick Williams. He may not even care about winning the match anymore. He simply wants to beat down on all of the Judgment Day members for even getting involved in this match against Dirty Dom. He's now sent into a sort of the steel steps. Done so a little bit again right there. Makes just a little bit of contact. And now JD McDonough distracting Trick Willie. Trick Williams may lose by count out if he continues to be distracted. Referee's count gets to 8. JD McDonough has been ejected. That goes ahead and saves Trick Williams. The referee has seen enough. However, it may be too late as now Dirty Dominic Mysterio may be able to use that distraction to his advantage. Dirty Dom with a huge uppercut. As finally, it seems as things are now evened out for Trick William. Raquel has not really gotten involved, so good for her. Just supporting Dominic Mysterio as she should. But it may be too late to even things out. 1, 2, 3. JD McDonough almost single-handedly cost Trick Williams the match here tonight. And it will be Dirty Dominic Mysterio who advances to the next round. It would have been nice to see a Rey Mysterio versus Dirty Dom, but, well, I guess not yet. And with that, we have one final match here in the round of 16. I guess, again, you could call it the main event, but well, it's kind of just the last match of the night. It's not really like, whatever. It is the NXT champion, Javon Evans, facing off against the ring general, Gunther, as he is looking to go ahead and become John Cena's final opponent. Javon Evans, like I mentioned previously, big opportunity for him. We already saw someone like Obafemi, still an NXT talent, being able to defeat a former world champion. Pushes him up to be one of the best in the future. Potentially even within the call-ups in January, he can get called up and start dominating, start ruling over whichever brand is lucky enough to get him. Javon Evans could go ahead and potentially do the same, but I would say that with the way Javon Evans moves and, you know, just how he is, Gunther is probably the favorite. With the other one, I would say Damian Priest was the favorite, but at least Obafemi had a little bit more meat on the bones to be able to fight back. Javon Evans is a cruiserweight. He can definitely catch you off guard. You know, we just saw Rey Mysterio. He's one of the biggest, you know, guys, not physically, but one of those main guys who was always the underdog, always the smaller guy, and still he was able to do some incredible things. So do not count out Javon Evans, but definitely I do believe that the ring general Gunther is by far the favorite here as we begin this final match. The winner of this match, oh, I gotta go check my little list as Gunther's looking for the pinfall here. Javon Evans able to kick out at 1. Let's check this out. Alright. So, it has been confirmed that Randy Orton will first verse off against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. The winner of this match faces off against Rey Mysterio on the other side of the bracket. It's already been confirmed. Obafemi versus Rusev. Uncle Howdy versus AJ. Things are lining up very nicely. Again, my 4 picks, I'm not, you know, able to just pick one because of how much greatness there is with this. So much things at stake with, you know, it being at the end of the week and whatnot, making it difficult for these guys to be here at 100%. But for me, it's between Obafemi, Randy, Gunther, and AJ Styles. I think it's either of those 4 who can go ahead and get it done. As Javon Evans was looking for the finish, he is countered and slammed down by Gunther. As now the ring general Gunther slamming down onto Javon Evans. Javon taking some big damage right here. Gunther with a big punch. And now Gunther is gonna look to try to make the young OG Javon Evans tap out. Is he gonna be able to get it done? Not yet. As Javon Evans fighting off very, very well. And just like that, this match continues. A Hurricane Rana applied onto Gunther now. Big elbow drop straight onto the body of Gunther. As Javon Evans now doing some damage onto the left arm of Gunther. And now it is Javon Evans, the young OG, who is in control. He may be looking to charge something up here as he grabs Gunther, sends him straight into the turnbuckle. Big boot to the face of the ring general. As Javon Evans is looking to get bouncy off of the top ropes. Big frog splash. Maybe looking for the pinfall here. Not yet. Was looking for the stomp. Gunther able to get up. Now Javon Evans able to move out of the way. At least he was the very first time. Javon Evans escaping the hold now of Gunther, doing a very good job of staying in this match. The ring general Gunther may be underestimating Javon Evans at the moment. Oh, big Superman punch by Javon Evans, who once again is looking to get bouncy off of the top ropes. Frog splash. Is he going to look for the pin? Yes, he is. As this enough to put Gunther away. One. And that is it. I would say a slow count from the referee, but nevertheless it looked like Gunther was going to be able to go ahead and survive that. And now Gunther looking to get on the attack. Things may be getting tricky here for Javon Evans as Gunther is hyped up. He is charged up. He said, enough is enough. I have taken enough damage. It is time for me to start doing some damage. Big boots to the face of Javon now, looking for the pinfall. Wow, not even one. Good determination right there from Javon Evans to instantly kick out of that, as now Gunther is not finished though. That's slowly building some frustration within Gunther, not being able to even hold Javon Evans down for a one count. And things may be getting tricky here. Javon Evans, 1, 2. A kick out at 2 as Gunther stays alive in this. Not yet done. Now able to counter Javon Evans. Maybe looking for the finish here. Trying to grab Javon. Javon just a step too quick. Able to counter now. Looking to do some damage onto the right arm of Gunther. Is able to almost dislocate it out of its socket. And now, look at Javon. Gonna look for a suplex here. Is he gonna put it into the pinfall? No, he is not. Just a suplex. It is now trying to pick up Gunther. Gunther able to fight back. Javon Evans maybe here in a tricky situation as he tries to grab a hold of Gunther. Instead, it is Gunther who grabs a hold of Javon Evans. And now Javon Evans trying to fight out of it. But instead, Gunther drops Javon Evans face first straight onto the turnbuckle. And now Gunther dropping Javon Evans straight on his back onto the mat. Javon Evans is weak. While he has done a lot of damage, he has taken quite an enormous amount as well. I mean, any hit smack boots like that from the ring general is sure to leave a bruise for the next couple of weeks. Javon Evans has had some brutal matches coming from Trick Williams, from Obafemi, and Hijo de Elia Park, but nothing like this, nothing like the ring general Gunther. What is he looking to do? Oh my days, poor kid. Javon Evans. He had his moment, but now it looks like it's just the ring general who is in control. Maybe not Javon Evans. Able to move out of the way right there as Gunther was looking for the elbow drop, but nobody home. Referee's count very low right now. Gunther surely going to be able to get inside of the ring in order to beat the count. A little bit of showing off from either men. As Gunther, Javon Evans just staring at each other, catching their breath. This match continues, and we're talking about how Javon Evans has been taking a good amount of damage, but it seems as though Gunther is definitely shooken. I don't think he expected this much from someone like Javon Evans, so good on Javon, win or lose here tonight. He has definitely impressed me, Gunther, and the WWE Universe, but his time may be up as Gunther is going to look for the powerbomb. Looking to fool Javon Evans to put him away. Oh, no! Javon Evans able to go ahead and kick out at 1. Gunther going to have to do a little bit more if he wants to go ahead and move on to the next round. And into the quarterfinals, looking for a drop missile kick. A missile drop kick. I keep confusing my mind. Sorry. Missile drop kick. And now it is Javon's time to try to get something done here. Is he going to be able to put things away? Gunther able to counter. Gunther now may be able to charge something up. Maybe looking for another powerbomb. The seconds of the night. Is Javon going to be able to kick out of this? 1, 2, 3. No, he is not. Gunther moves on to the next round, and it will be Gunther versus Ray. Randy versus Dirty Tom. Oba versus Rusev. Uncle Howdy versus AJ Styles. That to come next weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys over on Monday Night Raw.